Today, we're gonna find out if this fragrance is way too overhyped.
Latin spice. Ay, ay, ay. Latin spice. Here to make you smell nice. Latin spice. Here to make you smell nice. Latin spice. Here to make you smell right.
Hello everyone, welcome to Latin Spice. My name is Manny and I'm here to help you out with your fragrance journey. So if you like this type of content, if you like fragrances, I'm gonna ask you right now to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that way we can push these videos out to the YouTube algorithm and everyone can watch this amazing content. Today we're gonna be talking about a fragrance that so many people hype up and so many top 10 lists that I can't tell you how many times I've seen this fragrance. And I've always wanted it, and I got it a couple of years ago. And let's actually talk about this fragrance to see if it actually is worth getting it, and does it really live up to the hype. So it's this one. It's an old one. Chanel Allure Homme Sport. This is an EDP concentration, Eau de Parfum. And it's the one that most people lift up over Chanel Allure. Which I also have as well. I actually bought that one by mistake in Saks Fifth, and I decided to just keep it anyways, but that's another story. I'll review that one another time, but I definitely wanted to talk about this one because this one is way too overhyped, and it still is on many people's top 10 lists. So let's really talk about this one, but for now, just look at the bottle. I'm not sure exactly what material is this bottle. It feels like a heavy plastic. I don't know if it's glass, if it's frosted glass. I have no idea what it is actually. But it is a very nice, sleek bottle. Little heavy, has Chanel right there on the top, right? In the red. And it really is a cool looking bottle. I really like this bottle. It really, it really pops in my collection. Especially with the red sport on it. So it's pretty cool. So when you open it up, the plastic cap, it has to be plastic. It's not really that heavy, but it does have the Chanel lettering there. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Yeah, there it is. All right, so that's that now. Let's spray some of this and let's see how it is. Okay, so this is what I get from this fragrance. It's definitely citrusy, and it's very creamy. Citrusy, creamy. It's a great blend. It's really well blended. I really like the blend. Yeah, it's great. It's great, but we'll talk about the ratings in a second. Before we get into all that, let's actually find out what's actually in here, and then we can talk about the ratings on this one. I really do like it, but like I said, for me, it's citrusy, it's vanilla-y, and it's creamy. So it almost feels and almost smells like it's like kind of like a lotion type thing. A really good smelling lotion, by the way. And I do not mind smelling like this all the time. So let's see what's actually in here. So when you go to the notes, on the top, you're going to have orange, C notes, aldehydes, blood mandarin. In the mids, you're gonna find pepper, neroli, and cedarwood. And in the base, you're gonna have tonka bean, vanilla, musk, amber, vetiver, elemi resin, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is what I can say about this. Now that I get the creaminess, I understand where it's coming from. It's really like the tonka bean. So there's definitely a lot of tonka bean on this. It's like tonka bean, vanilla, and you have the citruses there in the top. So I think that initially in the first spray, people are gonna like it because of the freshness that you're gonna get and the creaminess that you're gonna get from this fragrance. But for others that don't really like sweet smelling fragrances and creamy fragrances, then this one might not be for you. Honestly, I enjoy it. I like it, and I gotten compliments wearing this one, but I don't know if it's worth putting it on the top 10. So let's get to my ratings on this. All right, the projection on this is not that good. I almost feel like I have to get close to whoever's wearing it to smell it. People have to get close to me to smell it, more. It's not going to really project as other fragrances do. So I think that's where this one kind of like has its strong flaws. So for the projection, I have to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not terrible projection, but it's not the best projection out there. So 7 out of 10, I think, is pretty much good. Now, the sillage on this one, I've gotten compliments from this, but I think that I got those compliments probably within a couple of minutes or an hour after wearing this and spraying it on myself. That's when I really got the compliments. So for this one, when it comes to the sillage, I have to give it a 7 out of 10 as well. I think that it could be much better, much stronger, but it's just not there. It's just not there. So I can't really say that it's going to be one that many people are going to smell after you're wearing it for 3-4 hours. So you really have to kind of like make sure that if you want people to smell you, spray like 6-7 times of this. And make sure that you're going to meet the people like within like 20 minutes or so. If you're driving an hour and a half to a party or something like that, and you want to take this one with you, I would say, you spray right when you get to the party, so that way everyone can smell you. And it's not one of those that's just going to evaporate, but it needs to be stronger. It needs to be better. So, despite the L extreme, right? So yeah, it's 7 out of 10 for me. And when it comes to the longevity on this, I feel like it is poor longevity for a Eau de Parfum, L Extreme. It's extremely poor when it comes to the longevity on this. So I've worn this many, many times. And like I said, if you want to smell good, if you want people to really like your smell, make sure you spray on your clothing so that way people can actually smell it. It lasts longer on clothing than your actual skin, but it's going to be a skin set within like 4 hours. So, this has a heavy price on it. Chanel, you almost can never find Chanel at a discounted price. And if you want a Chanel fragrance, you're just going to have to pay full price almost all the time. Unless it's at a department store like Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth, where they're going to have like a discount or sale, and they might discount fragrances, maybe like put it like $10 off or something like that, $15 off. It's very possible you could get something like that. But with Chanel, it's almost never discounted. It's almost like the Apple of fragrances, because Apple never has a discount either. They never have a sale. So that's a bad thing about it, because you're spending a lot of money on this, and not so much either. I mean, this you could buy for like $115, something like that. But $115 for fragrance is pretty hefty, and you're usually buying something better, something special. A brand new fragrance that just came out usually has that price tag, and this has been out, I believe, since 2004, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's a pretty old fragrance, and people still have it, so people still regard it. But I think it's overhyped, honestly. If I can go back, I would probably use my money elsewhere in a different fragrance than buying Chanel Allure and Allure Homme Sport L Extreme. I think that's pretty much what I get from it. Do I like the fragrance? Yes, I do like the fragrance a lot. It smells great, but because of the longevity, because of the projection, I can't really say that I love it so much. So for longevity, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. It's terrible when it comes to, because if it's an EDT, I would be like, you know what, all right. But when it comes to an EDP version, I cannot give it any higher than that. So it's a low rating. I know that these are pretty low ratings, and people might hate this video for me being honest about the fragrance. All right, and like I said, here in this channel, we're gonna be honest about everything. We're not gonna overhype anything, and I'm just gonna tell you what I feel, and that's what I feel. I feel like this fragrance needs to be reformulated, become stronger, and, you know, release something spectacular, Chanel. It's been a while since you released something really, really worth picking up. There's just so many flankers and flankers and flankers. Like, let's get something good and give the people something good. Something that they can spend $150 on and say, you know what, that was $150 well spent. I mean, we continue getting these flankers of Bleu de Chanel. And Bleu de Chanel is another one that does not last on my skin at all. And some of you might say, oh, well, you know, it depends which one you get, you know. But it does not. Does not. So I don't know, I think I'm just rambling now. But us guys, us men, we get fragrances for two reasons. Number one, we want to make sure that we smell good. We want to make sure that no one says anything bad about us, about our hygiene, about our smell, and we want to feel confident. And number two, we want to attract the beautiful ladies to us, and one way that you can attract them is by wearing an amazing fragrance. So I have already done that. I am married. I'm going to call my beautiful wife over here to see what she thinks about Chanel Allure Homme Sport L Extreme and see if it really is worth the hype on the ladies. Because at the end of the day, you know, we can think what we want, but if the ladies love it, then we gotta continue wearing it. So I'm gonna call her right now and let's see what the missus thinks about this amazing fragrance. All right, guys, I have a beautiful wife here, Cassandra, with me. And today we just want to know what you think about Chanel Allure Homme Sport L Extreme. So we want your unbiased opinion, and I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to spray it.
I already like the bottle.
Yeah, the bottle's pretty cool.
It reminds me of Allure.
Allure? Oh, no, you know, she has her own business. She's the nail tech at the moment.
Wow. Impresionante. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
It's definitely a sexy scent for me.
Wow, look at that. I even have to ask her. Yeah, this is always on a top 10 for men's fragrances. I was just telling them, like, it's always regarded as one of the best fragrances ever made. So, you know, I'm not surprised with the reaction that you had with this fragrance. Now, what would be your rating on this? What do you think?
I would say a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
This is a 10. This fragrance is a 10?
Because when I smelled this, I wanted to say, give me your babies.
Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked she would give this a 10 out of 10. I think there was just one other fragrance that you gave a 10 out of 10. I don't remember which one you gave a 10 out of 10.
Me neither. Oh, well, it's probably the Italian one.
Oh, Naxos? I'm not sure. I would have to review that video again to see.
But this, I like it because it's, I don't know if it has wood in it. I don't smell the wood.
No, it's more like, well, it does have slightly some woods in there with the cedar wood, but it's not more
strong. Yeah,
it's citrusy.
Yes.
You know, it's citrusy fresh. It's a very fresh scent.
I like that.
Tonka bean, so it's creamy as well. So you like this?
I love it.
You love it, okay?
I love it.
You see, that's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about. You know, it doesn't matter what I think about it. It matters what the ladies think. And in this case, you absolutely love it, and the ladies love this one, right? I just feel that, you know, they need to pump it up. They need to pump the projection. They need to pump up the performance on this one. And if they did, I would regard it as one of the best as well. I really do like the fragrance, I do. But because of the performance, I wouldn't spend the money that I spent on it.
I see what you mean.
So you know, it doesn't project as the way that I would like it to. But I do get whiffs of it during the day. So I don't mean that this is going to evaporate, like I said before, you know, immediately. It's going to last you a couple of hours, and that's it. So that's my complaint with it. That's why I wouldn't put it in the top 10. But for the ladies, though, when they smell it, they love it. So, you know, that's one of those things where, you know, you have to get what you can from it if you have it. And if you haven't bought it, I would say go somewhere else. You know, pick a different fragrance. I would even say if you want to stay in the Chanel go to Blue Chanel instead of this one. But this one is so creamy. It's nice. The ladies love it, and you're gonna score big as long as they smell it. If they can't smell it, you're not gonna score. All right.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that I would have to get very close to you to smell it.
Exactly. So, not every lady's gonna get close to you that close, right? This close. So you have to, really think about that, guys. All right. So that's all I have for you. And that's all I have to say about Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme. That's a mouthful. So that's that, guys. Remember, I'm Latin Spice, and I'll make sure you smell nice. Take care, guys.